Welcome, everyone, to The Real Story. My name is Daniel Hapney. I'm going to ask you to do things like maybe do some homework, maybe follow the money, consider thinking for yourself. Yeah. Tonight's episode. What do you think we're going to see in 2010? It's the What's Going On in 2010 show, because we're at the beginning of 2010, dating the show for you. And once again, welcome. My name's Daniel Hapney. This is The Real Story. It's time to wake up. So we'll start off with some news. I always like to, whip some news on the viewers. And we'll see if any of it makes sense. First one, this is from France. You love those French people. 94 million doses of H1N1 vaccine were purchased for a population of 62 million. Let me say that again. 94 million doses were purchased for a population of 62 million. But only 5 million people accepted them, leaving a remaining balance of 89 million doses, okay? The government is now trying to sell the balance. Check it out. Now, zoom in for them. Live virus? Yeah, I think selling it's going to be difficult because most of the world knows that that whole pandemic scare was a hoax, was a hype. My question I asked you at the beginning of the show, can you follow the money? Who pushed this? Why that's important, okay? Because now, over at the WHO, take a look at this, don't believe me, but at the World Health Organization, we found out that someone's making millions of dollars for pushing that hype. Pushing that swine flu hype, Yeah, so now I believe they got an investigation going. Here's some other news. Hey, Harvard takes it back and now says swine flu was oversold to the public. That's from Mercola News. Okay, what else do I got for you? Here's a little bit. Ready? Al Gore. Al, there you are. Okay, this is for you, Al Gore. Okay, and for all you people that think carbon dioxide's bad. By the way, if you think carbon dioxide's bad, why don't you go kill a plant? Because if you take away carbon dioxide, you won't have any plants. But this is interesting. There's been no rise in airborne carbon dioxide in the past 150 years. New research finds, and that's from Science Daily. Show them. That's not me. This is Science Daily. Yeah, remember ClimateGate? When it came out that they lied to you to hide the decline because the temperatures were declining, but they said it's global warming. Hide the decline. Yeah. Well, Al Gore, suck on that one. Okay? And for all you people that think, once again, carbon dioxide's bad, will you please take 4th grade science over? Will you? And then maybe come on the show and we can, debate it. Okay? It'll be interesting. Okay, oh, this is bad. Bad news, sorry. Gonna bring you bad news. Cases dropped against Blackwater guards charged with unprovoked murder of 17 unarmed Iraqis. So we've got mercenaries working for us, shooting unarmed people, and when they go to courts, the reason is that the case was dropped. Not that they were innocent of the crime, but that the prosecution used evidence it was not supposed to use. Well, don't the lawyers out there deserve a pat on the back? So now it's legal to shoot unarmed Iraqis when you're, what, a mercenary working for the United States government. I'm so proud. Okay, you love this one. Good news, we're back to good news, smiling. Okay, we've got people of Hawaii override public health officials and pass resolution against forced vaccination. Smart Hawaiians, whoa baby. I was pretty impressed. Anyway, that was from Mercola. Let's see. Oh, France. You'll love this one. Once again, we're back to France. Carbon tax ruled unconstitutional just 2 days before it was to take effect. Bam! Way to go, French. When they try to pass your cap and trade next, remember that. The French, they have men. Where are ours? This used to be the land of the free and home of the brave. Now I see a lot of cowards, and I'll tell you what, I see a lot of slaves. That's right. Are there real men out there? Come on my show. Show the people you're a real man. Fight against tyranny. Fight to save this republic. Okay, here we go. Show them this one. The U.S. government would replace food crops with trees because they are more environmentally friendly. Consumers would suffer food shortage and higher prices. This would not be, a consequence, of a natural disaster or weak economy. Or this would be. What would you end up? What's the consequence of not planting food but planting trees? Why that's interesting. Here in Massachusetts, we have a new law based on the global warming hoax, based on carbon dioxide hoax, that now you home oil heat users, That 10% of your fuel has to be biofuel. Well, that's going to remove from the growing areas where we used to grow food, the food crops, so that you can make biofuel. Also in your gasoline, you get methanol, don't you? How do you make methanol? Do we all have to go back to science class? The thought here is, if the cost of food goes up, what happens if you're poor? What happens if you're unemployed? What's the unemployment rate now? Could this whole economic thing be a planned implosion of our economy? Could Barney Frank have assisted in this with Goldman Sachs? These are good questions, aren't they? Maybe Barney will come on and he'll tell me how he didn't. So anyway, how about this one? China has executed British drug smuggler. This is the same government that harvests organs from live human prisoners for sale on medical black market. Which is worse, drug smuggling or human butchering for the purpose of organ smuggling? That's from the Telegraph. Show them the picture. It's not me. Yeah, next time you're in your China love thing and you love Mao, okay? Boy, you can wake people up. All right, here we go. This is in the United Kingdom. Once again, based on the global warming lie, here's your homework. Look up ClimateGate, okay? UK, 20,000 council members given the authority to enter homes without a warrant. I thought because of Magna Carta, your home was your castle. To inspect for energy-efficient refrigerators, proper hedge height. Oh, your hedges are too high, too low, too high, too low. Okay? And ensure hypnotism is not taking place. Collectivism at its finest. This is the Daily Mail. You think I lie about this stuff? Okay, how about back in the UK, another one? Telecom companies complain that government is forcing them to store details of every phone call, email, website browsing for at least a year so the police can have access to protect against terrorism. Of course. That's from the Online Mail. Now let me ask you a question. If there were people that dissented against their, once again, who are the terrorists? I find, and I may be wrong, what about you? Does the government terrorize you more than the terrorists? Does the media terrorize you more than the terrorists? And if they take away all your liberties and your freedoms, did the terrorists win? If they now scan you like a strip search so they can see your genitalia, did the terrorists win? Who's terrorizing you? So anyway, here's one for you. Obama signs executive order, and this is very important. Show them the picture, Interpol, granting Interpol, the International Police Agency, who do they work for? Who are they answerable to? Immunity from American laws. Why should anyone, viewer, have immunity from American laws? What, the Constitution doesn't count in America because you're an international policeman? Think about it. Obama signs a thing. You've got immunity. American laws don't count for you. Well, I'm sorry. American laws do count. And if he does stuff like that, then Obama is going against his oath. If you ask me, then he's not American. He had to swear an oath to protect and defend the United States Constitution. But then he signs an executive order granting a foreign government person immunity from our laws. That's wrong. That's against the Constitution. He has now violated his oath. You heard me. You heard what I said. You look it up. This is from National Review. Show them the thing. Do your homework. So now if the FBI, well, I was working for Interpol, what, now they're immune from American laws? Think about what's happening in this world now. Okay, anyway, here's the National Irish Bank. We're going to get rid of cash. Why is that important? What happens if we get rid of your cash? Can we now control society? If you have a cashless society, what happens if I shut your card off? Who's setting up? Who's benefiting from all this? Is it the bankers? Boy, are they setting up a police state grid? Do they now have cameras on your, you know what? Cameras everywhere. God, do they have cameras on your road, cameras in your buildings, da-da-da-da-da? Do you have to take your shoes off? Have your genitalia scanned at the airport now? Wasn't it the Germans who did that? And what happens? And there's an important piece I'm going to bring in a second, and that is when they make you a non-person. I mean, we should lead right into this. Okay, it's not only the cameras, it's not only the body scanners, it's not only this laughable war on terrorism that's a joke, okay? That's all based on, staged events and lies. But now the president can declare you a possible enemy combatant. And you have no more rights. You no longer have the Bill of Rights. You no longer have the Constitution. That in and itself is against the Constitution, which again he swore an oath to.